It is a pleasure to close this debate for Scottish Labour. I would like to join with all those who have thanked the members of the committee for their hard work on this report, which is considered and valuable look at the Scottish Government's approach to the external affairs and international development. I appreciate the committee's overall view that there needs to be a more strategic vision of external affairs from the Scottish Government. The convener of the committee emphasised the reason that this is important. We've heard from my colleague Sarah Boyack about the moral duty of the Scottish Government to engage in international development in a cohesive and transformative way, particularly in the current. Martin Whitfield and Willie Rennie have also highlighted that more needs to be done after the withdrawal of the Erasmus. Just one area where Scotland's soft power can be used to try to bolster international relationships on opportunities for our young people. Maurice Golden made the point that Scottish Government should not duplicate resources of the UK Foreign Office and instead leverage its own advantage. I note that the committee's report recommends that new international offices are justified against strategic objectives. The Scottish people and the Scottish Parliament need the transparency to see that money is being well spent and that international offices are achieving objectives rather than existing for their own sake. Several witnesses of the inquiry called more scrutiny by this Parliament, commensurate with greater emphasis from the Scottish Government on external affairs. The committee also encourages the Scottish Government to assess the impact of its external affairs work. I would suggest that this should be a matter of urgency. Sarah Boyack also highlighted the point about transparency. This Parliament, including the committee, must have confidence that the Scottish Government knows what it is seeking to achieve and is providing the level of transparency that will allow us to measure the progress towards those achievements. Several members raised soft power. Jenny Minto highlighted the importance of the Scottish diaspora as one of the sources of the soft power. It is certainly one area that any strategic vision should focus on to promote Scottish interests and values across the world. Will Cade spoke powerfully about the importance of Scotland maintaining a role in international security structure, particularly in protecting women and girls against abuse and human trafficking. Several members have highlighted the issue of Scotland's having a feminist foreign policy. Emma Roddick spoke to the value of this as a symbol of Scotland's value. I think many of us have heard or seen firsthand the value of the empowerment of women when it comes to international development. The committee highlights that this needs to be a coherent policy approaches based on human rights and not just brand, and we agree. On that issue of international development, an issue dear to my heart, I want to thank the committee for again highlighting the issues of policy coherency. I last raised this issue in the debate on the Good Food Nation Bill. Nothing is absent in that piece of legislation, and it remains a loose thread in the Scottish Government programme. The Scottish Government rightly makes sustainable development prominent in its rhetoric, but the committee's report, nothing the importance given to the matter by the OECD and UN, highlight the lack of coherence to tie this together across policy areas. The Scottish Government's action in sustainable development must match its warm words, and the apparent lack of strategy for implementing it coherently across government is something that needs addressing with some urgency. To bring my remarks to a conclusion, I again thank the committee for bringing this report to the Parliament and its ongoing work scrutinising this increasingly important aspect of the Scottish Government's work. Since devolution, Scottish Labour has been in favour of the Scottish Government having a role in the world, and we continue to be. But we agree with the committee that this must be part of the strategic vision and be backed up with openness and transparency to see if that vision is being realised. I hope that the Scottish Government pays a close attention to the report and its recommendation, and as many members have in this debate today. Thank you.